I know I've been lost for the past couple of weeks. I haven't posted or gone live. That's changing now. I was out of town, I was traveling. I'm back. Welcome to Kendo Tips. My name is Jose. I'm a Yonang in Kendo, and today I wanted to share a little piece of one of my previous streams where I talk about what to do when being pressured. In a way, I'm being a little bit general with the information I'm sharing because I want to make sure that regardless of level, there's no misinterpretation. I don't want to give abstract concepts. There's way more to this than what I'm sharing, and a lot of this is my opinion and the people that was on the stream that day. If you would like to talk more about this, you can pass by my streams Sundays 3:30 p.m. Talk Kendo, watch Kendo together. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live. If you enjoy this type of videos that I'm sharing, please hit the like button and let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any suggestions, greatly appreciate it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, please take care and stay safe. If somebody's threatening your kote with such seme, it's funny because this is exactly what I was talking about today at class. What are your options against this seme? I feel like going for men against this type of seme is dangerous. How do I say this sounding complete? Again, I think what I'm about to say is going to leave a lot of openings. Funny enough, funny word. There's many ways that you can threaten the kote, right? And as a matter of fact, the way I like to think about it is not, I don't come in when I'm in Kamai, I don't come in with the mentality, I'm gonna go for kote, I'm gonna go for kote, no. I try to come in, make the person have an opening, and then go in for the opening that has been presented. I have a friend that he kind of said this in a very interesting way, so I'm going to share it with you guys, is that at that moment when you're supposed to strike, you are supposed to just let your body do what you taught it to do. So that's why we practice Kihon, right? We practice Kihon to understand the openings, and in that moment, that you just go. That way, you just allow yourself to take away processing power from your brain. But, Urga, let me just finish with this thought because I think it's a very interesting question. The best defense, it's an attack. What I mean by that is not just bluntly attack, because there's more to that. And again, I'm being very general also because I don't know, your experience as well. But if you are in the defensive, always going back, maybe covering the kote, then you might have an opening for the men, right? Or for tsuki, or for do. It's like, so you have to see it that way. So you want to be in a state where you're not reacting to your opponent. You're actually putting the pressure and overwhelming your opponent, so then you get the opening. So I think your best defense will be to learn different types of seme to make him feel uncomfortable on coming to you. Learn different, you don't even need to think about it as a seme. The way I like to think about it is like, think about vocabulary of different things that you can do in the communication between you and your opponent. Because once you start being defensive, then that's when your confidence starts going down, you start backing up, you start shutting down a little bit, and then that's when you start losing the match. So, Urga, in high level isokuito, you often see one person lower the kensen to apply seme, presumably for threatening the gote. Okay, it is a common thing to do that people kind of like threaten low to make an opening high. It's one word in your vocabulary. If you manage to anticipate that moment when they're gonna come down, if you coming forward, they might like get shocked and say like, okay, like have a freeze or back up, or maybe even go for the kote, in which case, like if I'm attentive, if I'm putting pressure, I can deflect and counter. So, but again, it's like a chess game, right? Like it's like, you do something, I do something, you do something, I do something. So it's not as simple as I'm making it sound. What can you do against that threat offensively? I think putting pressure, like stepping in, being attentive, trying to control the shinai. I personally like to try to control the shinai as I come in. it's been my flaw that sometimes I pay too much attention to that point. So instead of, throwing a technique, for example, I would just stay there trying to get more control when I don't need it. But yeah, that would be my suggestion to start with. And of course, follow your sensei's advice. Shen, you said you intentionally open up kote even more for him to hit it. Okay, that's risky. That's risky, especially if you have somebody that is very good at the underhanded kote, like the under kote. You can get a lot of reach with that kote, and gauging the distance with that, it's tricky. So if you know the opponent doesn't have the ability to get the kote, or if you have the ability to counter that confidently, but I am the type of person that I don't like to bait people like that. I feel like being baity becomes reactive. Not to say that that's not a way of doing kendo. Listen, everybody have their own styles. I'm not putting it down. I'm saying my recommendation. I do appreciate your recommendation though, because for some people that works, and some people do fall for those type of things. So but try it out. That's all I'm saying. Try different styles. So Shen, you fall for it 100% of the time. Baiting works for people who are beginners. There's a video I want to make specifically about baiting and faking and all this stuff and trickery, right, in kendo. Because I was watching, what's the name of that Batman movie with Bane in it, with Christian Bale? It's The Dark Knight Rises, right? So there's a line that Bane tells Batman when he throws like the smoke around him, and he says,
"Theatricality and deception, powerful agents to the uninitiated. But we are initiated, aren't we, Bruce?"
I think that pretty much everything that Bane says in that movie, you can relate to kendo. That's what it is. As you grow in your kendo, as you have more experience with other people, you understand some of the habits. Because, listen, everybody's different, but we are all creatures of habit. So we end up falling into the same patterns in one way or another. It's just a matter of how good you are at picking those patterns, and then, reacting and acting and putting pressure and, like having that conversation. He doesn't wait. He's being aggressive, right? Like every time he's coming in, he's actually putting pressure.